What's up, y'all, man? It's BCA ready for war, not for play. In the video for today, why quitting corn is harder than quitting drugs. Alright? Now, this is the first thing I want to say about quitting corn. Quitting corn is the hardest thing. It's harder to quit because you started it at a younger age. You started watching corn maybe around 12, 13, 14. I'm guessing average, most males around that age. Around teenage years, you start watching corn. You probably start drinking alcohol maybe around the same time, maybe earlier, depending. But the averages are looking there between 11 and 14 where you started. All right. The reason why it's harder because you've been on this dopamine reaction or dopamine receptive streak and non-streak since you're 11 years old. That's why it's harder. All right. Now, how do you overcome a drug that you've been taking for almost 15 years, give or take? Some of y'all 10 years in, depending. How do you stop that? Okay. Now, what I want you to know is it's a very, very difficult thing to stop because you're not disciplined enough to choose yourself first. Yeah, I said it. You're not disciplined enough to choose yourself first. You know that watching corn desensitizes you. It creates it creates a more lustful person. And you're not on your purpose. And you have to be honest about that. And I know it's not easy to admit when we're wrong, but we have to look a baby in the mirror and be like, yeah, this may not be it. Alright? Because quitting corn is the one way you're going to be the most successful person in your life. You doing semen retention, no fap, no corn, man, you're going to be so powerful. You know what I mean by it is, man, you know, when you walk in the room, bro, it's like, if it's 30 dudes in there, you are the only dude in there that's probably practicing retention. And out of the one practicing, out of the 30, only like maybe 5 of them know what retention is or know what to do with it. So you automatically putting yourself in a different light by practicing this practice and hitting streak numbers. Okay? And when you quit corn, you're going to see changes. The thing with drugs is, drugs and corn, they just last for a little bit and you back to your normal self and you go back, right? Same thing when you smoke, same thing when you drink. You drink, get that feeling, stop, go to bed, recycle, repeat. Same thing. You do the same thing over and over again. And it's a vicious cycle. And it's hard to stop vicious cycles because it's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's nothing that you stop. It just keeps going and going and going and going. And you have to make a decision when you want to stop. And I think a lot of people make their decisions when they haven't had enough, or they're fully desensitized or whatever, or they're trying to get success. And then a lot of people do semen retention because they want to get women. I get it. But you know, you get the woman, you're going to get the relapse with it in most cases. And we're going to talk about that in another video. But you got to think about that. That stuff comes with something when you do that. And it's definitely one of the things that I recommend that you need to understand that in due time, you're going to make the changes you need to make in your life at some point. And I'm giving everybody that watch my channel, I'm giving everybody grace, of course. I'm not telling you, hey, listen to me today. You're going to just make decisions on your own to do what you got to do. Because you know at the end of the day what needs to happen for you to have the life you want to live. And I told you in other videos, hey, this is what happens on week 1. This is what happens week 2. This is what happens week 3. Week 4, 5, 6. This video is all out there on how you change all this stuff. All right? And you got to quit it. You got to quit it. And quitting means we're not going back to work. That's what quitting. Quitting means I'm no longer doing this no more. You got to quit, man. Quit the hub. Quit all them other websites. You need to focus and lock in. Because you doing this stuff and looking at somebody else's reward, bruh, there's creep behavior, there's weird behavior, creep squad stuff, like chill out. You wilding. Now it's different if you're relapsing in a situation where you know, talking to somebody you like, or your girlfriend, your wife. That's different. We're not talking about that. We're talking about PMO, fapping, all that stuff. Too grown for that. I know it's hard for the younger kids right now. I know y'all probably watching Corn too, man. Y'all probably just having fun beating the drum. Hey, I've been there too. But you can't keep doing that, man. Your life is not where you gonna want it to be at. If you keep on that streak. And it's hard. It's hard. And the reason why it's hard because you're doing it longer than you did any other drug. Alright? And you have to remain disciplined. You have to stay on your grind, on your purpose. That's what's gonna keep you going. Anytime you feel like you about to do that stuff, do push-up. Anytime you wanna do that stuff, start recording the video, whatever it is, start doing what needs to be done. Alright? Because the only person can do it is you. It ain't matter what I say on these videos, you gotta wanna do it, and you gotta do it for yourself and want it for yourself. And if you don't want it for yourself, who else gonna want it for you? Because ain't nobody gonna take care of you more than you. And you gotta make the decision. Because people know when you care about yourself, when you don't care about yourself. They look at how you carry yourself. They look at how you talk to people, how you talk to other people, how you move. They look at all of that. And if you're not one of them people that's really on their grind with that, you will be treated as such. Your life will be reflect. You're gonna be mad about stuff you see. You're gonna be complaining about women online. You're doing all this stuff. Not discipline, bro. Not discipline. Alright? Not discipline breeds respect. Not discipline breeds no success. Not discipline breeds a life of struggle, pain, resentment, regret because of non-discipline. Alright? You're not going to be disciplined in every facet of your life. You're going to work towards it and progress, but you got to make the decision to stop. And that's what I want you to do. Quit, stop, be done with it. Stop, start today. Stop, practice. Make yourself a goal. Hey, I want to get 90 days. Do it. Even if yours a week, do a week. That's it. Do what you gotta do, man, to focus and lock in and minimize the dopamine spikes so you can get to what you want to get to in life. Because I know if you're watching this video, you want to be great, or you want to change something about yourself, or you've seen change to other people with different practices and you're trying to see why people are doing retention. That's why we're here. Alright? If you've never been here before, welcome to BCA channel, where we talk about semen retention, a lot of different disciplines, and how to get better in life one by one, man. BCA, ready for what, not for play. Alright? And I want you to like, comment, and subscribe, man. And that's the video for today. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.